Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Hello, folks. It's Adamas Sanguin. Hope you had a fantastic day yesterday and a good night. Those of you that are just waking up, welcome. And what I want to do here is I'm actually building this bar. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. There'll be a few places, such as right now, for those things that I find that are important to show you how to build. For things that are kind of a nuisance for beginners, I'm going to go a little slow. Most of this is going to be in double speed, just like normal. But for a good instance there, that wall can give you a little bit of pain unless you have a floor below it. So just wanted to show that off. Didn't want to do a lot of discussion on it, but most of this is going to be just pretty much basic stuff. Once I get this bar done, we're going to do some more work on the front fence, and I have some fun stuff to show you. If I can learn to spoke, fun stuff to show you with the guard post. I actually had to rebuild it twice, as I did crash right in the middle of it. So there was a lot of stuff added in one spot. So I was going to call this video too much stuff and not enough space. But there's plenty of room here at Starlight Drive-In, just not enough memory on the PlayStation. But hey, that's what we do. But on these stools, I wanted to show you in regular time, because if you face a regular chair toward it first, you'll notice the seam there on the back of the bar stool. You can actually see it towards you. So that actually is the correct direction for those bar stools, those who have a problem actually lining them up correctly. But pretty good stuff. Pretty little trick, good trick there. I think it was Oxhorn, I think, talked about that years ago. But there you go. So just moving the bar stand there just so I can get the mat in here and move it back just so that it's going low. I also left this in just to show you that I am moving some of the asphalt out of the way, as it does cause a little bit of issues with sinking. And get rid of that skeleton. Thought I'd get rid of all of them. But yeah, it had little issues with this junk fence. So I actually edited the first part out just because I wasn't going to use the Quappa tool again today. I was going to do more pillar glitching. But hey, it actually worked out well, because I ended up was able to seamlessly line it up against that without using any rugs, of course. So save time, save money, save time, save cloth. There you go. Let's see. And this one I will show you here in a moment, because that was pretty awesome how it actually was able to get it. So I did a pretty good judge of distance. I mean, all these pieces, I guess you could look at it as this whole area was designed in squares, whether you can see them or not, and all the pieces are designed to fit in those squares. So get enough pieces in the right areas, and you know, it just felt right where I was placing things on this today. So worked out pretty well. Look at that. Do want to push it in just a little bit. And right there, that ought to do it. And one last look just to make sure it wasn't clipping in the wall. Good stuff. All right, awesome. So you guys remember that yeah, that's a spot there. I've actually had raiders come through a seam years ago when I just built this place with concrete. Come a long way since then. Still not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. So, good rule of life there, by the way. Joyce Meyer says that. And let's see, so you guys saw me finish off this yesterday. Turned out kind of nice. I'd like to actually see it when the PlayStation has a chance to cool down, because it does sometimes, the res does pick back up. And just wanted to show you that we're fixing those holes, as I mentioned a little bit yesterday, with a little chicken wire, just to cover up those holes, just for the immersion effect. I mean, it doesn't actually do anything, of course, but it is what it is. And there you go. And filling up a few sandbags here at the bottom, or placing a few sandbags here at the bottom. God, that would take a long time. Imagine if you had to fill your sandbags. And starting to bring in some more of the good decorations here to give it that former Raider feel to it. I actually did want to give credit to Volko. She actually had a good idea. So why not make this a former Raider base that got taken over, and we decided to keep the good and get rid of the bad, such as the dead bodies and whatnot, but keep the good offensive stuff. Or, excuse me, the best defensive stuff. You know, the best offense is a good defense, they say. Depends on which side of the team you're playing on. And we can finally get rid of him. The flies have gone away, thank goodness. And giant tire wall. Don't know why they called it a wall, but hey, it keeps it out. I'm going to scooch it back just a smidgen, just because it is kind of clipping on the spikes there. Dirt, dirt. One little nudge over. Nice. Still a little bit in there, but not really a big deal. Good enough. Let's see, what else do we got? Okay, scooch that over just a little bit because it was actually poking through the bottom of the fence. Still poking through the bottom of the fence. Scooch it back a little bit more. And I had the wrong one. There we go. It's the little things you notice, right? And of course, wanted to cover up this spot here just so that it didn't look like just a standard chain link fence. You know, if you guys go back and watch the videos from Violet's base, the entire place was covered in chain link. And you know, the reason I'm doing this junk wall, and yes, it is, you know, obviously doesn't get to be exact because we want to actually get as much defense look to it, you know, get that lore friendly feel. So learned this little trick here the other day. Burk. I mean, I've done it before, but thought it would look nice in this situation. Okay, so I think, let's see, what do I do next? I had an idea of what I wanted to do with this, but I didn't know quite how to pull it off. So I was just kind of eyeing it, seeing what I could do, just getting an idea. You know, lined up there. There's just something missing. I couldn't just place it in my head. I wanted to actually close that in, but I couldn't, for the life of me, think about it. So I wanted to look at it here, just kind of sizing up the size of the guard platforms there. Again, just getting the feel of what would look right in this situation. This I-beam didn't do it justice. So good rule of thumb, guys, if you ever get stuck on something, you don't quite know how to continue where you are, for the new guys, go on, do something else. Take your mind off it. You know, think about it in the back of your brain. You know, eventually it'll come to you. It may not. Or watch a video like this and get an idea. So again, went back and started doing a little more decoration on the bar. Just kind of milling it over in my head. You'll notice here, even at 2 times speed, it took me a moment to try to think about it because I just really want to think. So we're going to do a little lighting here. And at the end of this, I'll be showing you guys the cool trick with the Wi-Fi glitch as well, if you haven't seen it. Not to the end of the video, of course. If you want to skip, go ahead, but you'll miss the cool thing that I'm going to do with the stairs there. So, finishing up some basic lighting in here. And I just kept thinking about it. There was something to it, and after working with those pieces yesterday around the turret tower, then it finally came to me with the turret platform. It came to me here. So I actually wanted to fill this in, and a couple people may watch this video and may remember when I did the Children of Atom Minutemen fusion over in the lighthouse on the other side of the island. So, and I was also thinking a little bit about my Wanderer's Lounge. So, combine those two together, and I decided to, with the combination of the spiral staircase, or curved staircase that I built there, and using the that picture that's on the Wanderer's Lounge, I decided that I can combine those two together and make a really, really big covered set of stairs here, and at the same time make those really fill in the guard tower here. I kind of hinted at it yesterday when I was talking about Eleanor's mod, Ellie's tweaks and fixes. She actually changed each one of these guard platforms so that only one settler can be assigned. platform at a time. So no longer is it 1 to 3, it's now 1 to 1. But so that's the penalty, but the benefit is each platform you get 20 defense. She also changed the water, so each water source is now tripled. So one little water pump you can now get 9 water out of, so pretty cool. And move that out of the way. And I did go back into the Quappa tool because I wanted to start filling in the other side over here, just so that I can get in the middle of all that junk. Get up all in that junk. And there we go. It's nice. I got a good judge of distance there. Like I said, it just works. I guess once you use something long enough, you start to figure it out. I wasn't liking how that place, or this thing that I had over top of the door was looking, and the name escapes me. But I guess it would be the eave. Is that a door? Some type of eave. But so I pulled it back out, and then I did go up on top just to verify that it wasn't coming through the platform up there. Nice. Woohoo! All right, looking good, looking good. There we go. That one was just a little twisted, and it's gonna bug me if I don't fix it. So OCD works for me. I do actually go back and fix it. Actually, I ended up having to build this whole entire thing twice, because once I finished building it, I decided to add in a power armor station. I don't use power armor just because I don't need it, but that crashed me. So this looks cool. It turned out really nice, and it went even faster the second time. So I'll leave that out. Obviously, I'm not going to make you watch me build this again. Let's have a little bit of issue there, but again, we can always fix that. It's easy peasy. Again, it looked even better the second time, and I built it twice as fast. Let's see. Do I want that one? Sure. We'll drop it down. This one was actually kind of a pain in the butt because I really couldn't see what I was doing. So I jumped up on top of the platform, similar to how I did the Wainwright build. Or Wainwright. That's his cousin. Frank Lloyd Wright build. I kept getting on the rooftop just to drop it down. But no, I did want something that was a little more curved just to continue on there. So do have to reuse a couple of pieces again, just because there's only so many pieces that have that curved edge on top. So that, yeah, this is what I did on the curved stairs over in the lighthouse, is just kept filling it in, junk pieces here and there. Of course, that also had some, I know, a Truflot Prater. I know you remember that one because you know, obviously I shouted you out in that video. And yeah, there was a lot of cool pieces in there. I do kind of miss that video because the junk wall was pretty good in that. Actually, it might have been better than this one because that one even had cars in it. But either way, I'm not done with this one yet, so I'm going to come back to it because, again, that was after I finally finished. This is after I finished the second time, so I didn't want to take a chance of crashing again. So I wanted to move on to something else, so I went and saved. Came back, so now we're actually going to be working on the Wi-Fi glitch here. I will slow it down a little bit here for those that haven't seen the Wi-Fi glitch, and then once I do it a couple of times, I'm going to first I'm going to actually get some street lights. I want to build the street lights to kind of replace the ones that were destroyed in the original Starlight Drive-In. So here you go, Wi-Fi click, boom, done. And you know, most people only watch the new videos that come out, and I do, guys, remember I do have some older videos that I have available that are not locked away. They are listed, so if you want to see some of my older builds that weren't nearly as good as this one. Wow, that sounded silly, because I don't like sound. I'm not patting myself on the back, excuse me. I'm rambling at this point. But, you know, I do have other videos, so with little tricks that I do. So, guys, feel free to go look at my older playlist, because, again, most of the time, most people only see the new stuff when it comes out as we get new subscribers. But I guess if you want to watch the new stuff, that's cool, too. But if you want to see some of the stuff as, you know, as we learn as we go. But here's something that I learned. If you want to go place these after, get them on top of a rug, because then you could pick them up all at the same time. You can also do this with a wood floor as well. So you can just take them wherever you want to go. This is my little trick to decorate fast. So now we're going to go a little quicker here. We're going to Wi-Fi glitch each one of these conduits, because once you stick these on a roof, the roof is on fire. Once you get it up there, you can you'll have wireless power to each building within a certain range of each standard conduit. Nice. And we'll stick those on the rug, use those later. Now we're going to actually do some quick wall conduits. We're actually going to use the Vault-Tec ones because they're easier to hide. So I'll go a little, let's see, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I wanted to get out a wall piece so that I can place those. Hopefully in the next video I'll also show you the Wi-Fi glitching the, because I think I am going to use a few cycling lights as well, so we'll Wi-Fi glitch a few of those tomorrow. But we're coming up on the end of the video, guys. I do appreciate you, those that made it all the way through. I am Adama Sanguine. I love you all. We'll see you on the next one. I'm out.